Hello everyone, welcome back to another BrickSide Chat. We are on episode number 7. First of all, I just want to say a huge shout out to everyone out there who has subscribed. We hit over 400 subscribers 2 or 3 days ago now. Just want to say thank you so much for that. And speaking of subscription, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. I have a little thing I'm a little excited about. I recently just got the Creator Expert, the Corner Garage. So I'll be building this pretty soon. It'll be one of the Creator Expert sets that I've built that's new, recently at least. So I just did the cafe corner for those of you guys who saw the little mock creation video, and then I'm working on 2 other ones, but this is the first one that's actually brand new. And I got that with the Lego double VIP points thing. But we're gonna get into the questions this week, and the first one's from Jacob. He said, do you think it's a good idea to start and run a temporary BrickLink store? I don't want to spend a lot of money on bins like you if it's going to be temporary, but I want it to be easy to run. What are your thoughts and ideas on running a store? The truth is, if you're going to do it temporary, it's got to be, cheap. You can't invest, like you said, a ton in bins and stuff like we have in the drawers on the wall. Another thing is, if it's temporary, don't invest a ton of money even in stock, in the inventory. What you really want to do, I think, is if you have Lego on the side that you want to sell, go ahead and part it out, like if you already have it, if you haven't put a ton of money in. I wouldn't recommend doing a temporary store if you're putting money in. With that being said, the best storage solution is probably like the shoe boxes or the bins, and then part out the pieces into bags and just put them in those bins and have like maybe 6 or 8 of those bins. And then you can go in the BrickLink remarks field as you're uploading for the pieces and type in, bin 2, then to go into bin 2, and then you only have to look through your 10 bags or whatever in there. But that's what I would recommend. And again, don't invest a ton of money if it's only going to be temporary, because the likelihood of you making your money back quickly is not likely quickly. Next question comes from Tom. He said, I would love to know what some of the best deals you've swooped so far are, and if I get, and also if you're aiming to for the store to sell a certain type of brick or theme. So I went and looked on the thing, and there's no one deal that's like crazy good. But there's a ton of deals that are crazy good, and those were in at the end of December, really early January, at Walmart with the holiday sale or the clearance at the end. We got, there's a ton of Toy Story sets we got that were, $30 sets. We got them for like $6. There were the Lego Movie 2 sets, which those were okay. There were Harry Potter sets that we got that were on clearance, but it was definitely that period. There was a ton of stuff we got for really good prices, like really, really good prices, which is how we were able to add 54,000 parts in that first month. So no specific deal, but a lot of good ones there. And then we're not really aiming to for a specific theme, but we kind of stay away from Technic. Usually doesn't sell too well unless there's a really, really good deal on a set. Next question is from Hugo. Yes, do you use the My Cost field in BrickLink? No, we do not. We calculate our cost of goods sold by, on a monthly basis, but we might start using that and just figure out what the average for each piece in our inventory is at the moment. And he also says, and these days there doesn't seem to be a lot of sales given the high demand for Lego. Are you afraid of not being able to increase your part count? Yes, and part of that is as we sell more pieces, it is harder to keep the inventory stocked. Obviously right now there are not many sales going on. There are some, you just gotta look for them. But also with, and this will kind of get into a future question, there's 3 of us that work at the store. Only Paul is doing it, only one right now. So, he can't spend all his time doing there. He has other work he does for at home at least. So yes, I'm kind of afraid to not be able to increase the part count, especially if we get up to 500,000 pieces and now we're selling 50,000 a month, it's going to be hard to keep building that up, and hopefully we'll be able to maintain it at least. Next question comes from Z-Bricks. Do you keep sets sealed and hope it will increase in price? And how do you store them? Most sets that we have, we don't keep sealed. We just part them all out. We do have some of the promo sets, like the train, the 40th anniversary train, we haven't parted out yet. And what's the other one? The mini gingerbread house that were promo for the holidays. We also didn't part those out. I think we have 4 of those. How do we store them? Right now, they're just on a shelf. So they just kind of sit on a shelf, kind of stacked up relatively neatly. Oh, we also have these 7 of these. We might not part these out yet, and we might sell them as sets, but at the moment we have nothing listed as sets on the store. And then also asked, how do you track the numbers of parts added to the store? Answer to that is it's very simple. It's just the end of month, and then subtract what the beginning of the month was, and then add the pieces sold, and that'll give you however many you added during that month. And then he asked, do you have any other stats like part type or just parts versus minifigs versus sets that you sell? No. We just have a total piece count. One minifig equals one piece. Unfortunately, we don't have at the moment a better, like an easier way to sort through everything. But we probably should look into that. Next question comes from Matthew. There are 3 of you doing the store. How do you split any money, or do you even do that? Are you putting it all back to make the store larger? Also, do you all do the same amount of work? So no, we don't do all the same amount of work, and part of that is obviously what's going on right now. At the end of March, it was me. For the last 2 weeks of March, I was the only one in the store doing everything. Even though it was at Paul's house, we were separated. He hadn't been in his garage in 2 weeks. So now he took over for April, or for part of April at least the speed name part. So, we do keep track of the time that we're putting into the store. So we do have like a little timesheet we write down whenever we're parting out sets or shopping or whatever it be. So right now he's doing 100%. I was doing 100% at the end of March. So we don't put the same amount of work in. Even normal time, we still keep track of our time and stuff. And with that being said, we each have a different percent ownership. So any profits, and right now 100% of the money is going back into the store. We are just, trying to expand and stuff. So we haven't taken any paychecks or even paid ourselves back all the way, at least for the investment we put in. But we all have a separate kind of percentage of ownership of the store. And then based on that, in addition to an average of the amount of hours that we worked per that month, those will get averaged together, and that's how we will split the profits at the end once everyone's paid back, once the store's making money. And then, of course, we'll have an expansion kind of separate category or percentage of the money that gets expanded to as well. I didn't want to give too much away. Hopefully that cleared up that question. Next question is from Jim. Out of curiosity, have you used BrickStock software before you upload? No. So I have never uploaded a set or anything in BrickStock or pieces or parted out, but it's something I'm going to look into in the future. Next question, how much do you think it can cost in total, all the cabinets you have for the amount of pieces that you have? And where did you buy these cabinets? So we buy them on Amazon, and let me give you a little tip, at least for these cabinets, that works really well. Amazon has their little used section underneath, kind of all the information. It might say like there's 12 available, new and used from, $26 or whatever. If you click that little thing, you can find them used. Generally, as far as like every single one has been in good enough condition that we can use it. We did get one that was cracked, kind of in the back, but we can use it if it's cracked in the back, so that was no problem there. And it has cost $1,280 for all the drawers we have. 8 of them right now are not used. They average about $30, but 8 of them are totally empty. We don't even have stickers or labels on the drawers yet. So, being $30 each, they're a little expensive. And we spent over $1,200 on those. Next question comes from BrickNick Mox. Do you count the pieces when parting out sets? Why or why not? And the answer to that is yes, we do count the pieces, but we don't count them at the end. So let's say that I'm parting out 5 sets. I pour those 5 sets into the little tray in front of me. Now I know that I have a multiple of 5 there. So if I'm pulling out a 2x2 red brick, I'm going to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here's the 5th one. I'm going to put it in a drawer. And if I see there's 5 more, I'm going to pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do that until I think I'm done with the red bricks, but I'm only going to pull them out in a multiple of 5. So if I pull out 4, I either know 1, I counted wrong at first, or 2, they're still in that pile of pieces. And if they are in that pile of pieces, I will find it and pull it out. If it's not, I'll put the 4 in the bin, and I'll put a little sticky note on that little container. And when we go to upload all the pieces, I will mark that as, there's not 15 there, there's only 14. And that has come in use a few times, counting them as we're doing it, not piecing them all out or parting them out and then counting them at the end. It saves a lot of time. It wouldn't be worth it to count it out at the end. But counting it out as you're pulling them out, you're kind of keeping track anyway. So that is definitely useful. And we have had to change quantities a few times. Next question, or last few questions, I guess. Do you separate parts by color in your storage bins? Nope. Parts go whatever drawer is available, that's where the piece goes. There's no real reason to sell or to sort it by color. you know, it would just be more of a hassle for us and take more time. At the end of the day, it doesn't give it to us on the order sheet in color, so it gives us to it in order of remarks. So we're going from left to right on the wall anyway. And then how long does the process take for you to part out a set and add it to the store? Totally depends on the size of the set. Though I did part out 24 of this Minecraft set back in March, and it took me maybe an hour and a half, and it was 24 of these. A lot of that time was you know, opening the boxes and opening the bags. Unfortunately, it takes a ton of time. You open the bag, you pour it out, you have to make sure all the pieces are poured out. So that takes a while. But with the barcode system, super simple to scan it all in and then just put the pieces on the wall. And then I know I've answered this question, but do you have a minimum set quantity for parting out each set? Yep, 8 is usually our minimum. We'll try to go to 12 if we can, maybe 16. We try to do it in multiples of 4. Usually makes it a little easier to part out. But he also asked, do you even part out sets if there's like one at the store and you can get it on a really good discount? Probably not. We probably won't buy that set unless it's a set that we've parted out previously. So if we already know we have all those pieces in the store and we're not going to be taking up a drawer with one piece, sure, we might get it if it's a really good deal. But usually 8 is it, and we will not go lower than that. With that being said, that's all the questions I have for this week. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You know, I have a lot of fun doing this little series because you guys are always asking questions during the week, which is really cool. You know, I'm getting enough feedback and stuff and enough questions that I am able to make these videos weekly, and I really enjoy it. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Go ahead and like this video if you liked it. And again, if you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.